Niggas feeling nice and comfortable. Cameras are rolling. We are ready to go.
Grand Pipe.
Grand Pipe, fully loaded podcast, episode number 6.
Yeah, this just a Grand Pipe episode. Me and Tro. You know, the homegrown, fully loaded podcast is where it started at.
And we really fully loaded today too. Fully loaded. We so fully loaded. We're gonna talk about a lot of things, including firearm safety today, boys and girls.
Firearm safety. You know.
Firearm awareness.
Firearm safety.
We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about grief, love, relationships, UFOs, homeschooling,
work ethic.
Yes.
How about that? We got a lot of stuff, man.
A lot of stuff.
How about the younger generation?
The younger
We
generation.
don't talk about them, and that leads up to what? Niggas with attitudes.
Why we got attitudes?
Why? What they saying? Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. What else?
God's in control.
And that's all that matter, you know.
At the end of the day, this the Grind Pipe God's in Control episode. Black business. We're going all the way in, man. Supporting black business.
All the way down to what? Good sleep. Put it like that. We're gonna
Good
go back
sleep.
up. Exercise.
Exercise.
Talking about the corona.
Yes.
We talking about video games. We talking about TV shows.
Yes.
We talking about cartoons.
Yeah.
Look, we talking about comedic sketches.
You know it.
You know. Well, talking about what? Mary Jane.
Marijuana.
You know, edibles. How about that? CBD. You can use it any type of way, right? Food.
Oh yeah.
So we got a packed show for everybody.
It's a lot of shit going on, man.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of shit. You know, I was just saying the other day, man, I feel like we're in the black renaissance right now.
Yeah, that's it. It's the rebirth.
Like it's the early 1900s and shit.
Rebirth of creativity.
You know what I mean?
I'm with that.
And it's like everything is just exploding right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The only way it's going to explode is if we make it explode.
True. That's the truth.
Yeah. So the motto, Grind Pipe. How about that?
Grind Pipe.
Y'all understand that meaning when we unveil it.
Right. So let's get into it, man. You know, everybody in this world, if you live long enough, you're gonna lose somebody, you know.
True.
I was just thinking about, you know, everybody's dealing with grief and loss, and in the black community, I don't feel like we have the tools that we need to really deal with grief.
True.
We just say, well, nowadays we don't even say it. We just type on our social media, "I'm praying for you," and then keep on going, and that's it.
Stay strong.
Yeah, stay strong.
Hold your head up.
Hold your head. Where's the real help at, though?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Is there anything I can do for you?
How about that? How about we make instead of saying "I'm praying for you," how about we say "I'm praying for you" and where you at, so I can come give you a hug and bring you some food or something. Right. You know what I mean? Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Because grief can immobilize a person. You know what I mean? I lost my son January 2019, and I was completely immobilized for at least 3 months.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah.
You know, it hit me hard. That's nephew, man.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace, little Troy. I love you,
Troy, man. Love you, bro.
Yeah.
Nephew.
So what I noticed was, and I'm not knocking people, you dig, because a lot of people that really truly loved me didn't have the words, right? And
unexplainable.
Yeah, and I talked to a few people, and I expressed that in a room full of people, and they all said, "Man, not they all said, but a couple of the guys said, I just didn't know what to say, bro." And then I realized that they took it personal. And I wasn't really coming at them personally. I felt the love. I felt, you know, even some people that just came and sat down and just smiled at me.
Right.
You know, when my son passed, I didn't want anything to drink.
Yeah.
No smoke, no none of that. I just wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel it all, and that actually helped a lot. You know, trying to bury yourself in alcohol and drugs or women or whatever your vice is. I don't think that's the way, and I recognize that, and
Mm-hmm.
I was able to just feel it, just cry as much as I needed to.
Be in it.
Yeah, be
And deal with
fully immersed
at your
in
time.
the grief.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you know, I haven't experienced that, man. I felt your pain all the way through, bro. You know.
thank you, bro.
But
I know you did, man.
you know, some days I broke down. You know, I had to put his shirt up. You know,
Yeah.
because I would see it, and sometimes I just think about my kids, like my children. Like, man, what if? You know,
Man.
how is bro doing going through this?
Right.
You know, been knowing you since 1989, man. Been friends that long, so
Yeah, man.
it really touched me. Like, whoa.
Man.
Yeah, so you know, you was there when I lost my pops, man. So my stepfather, James Kane, you know, my
Yeah.
mother took it hard. My brothers took it hard. All of us took it hard. But
Yeah.
you know, I had to depress. You know, that's normal. You know, especially I feel it's normal. You know, most people say, man, you know, like you say, I'm sorry for your loss. I understand, man, but at the same time, you got that feeling of, you know, let me put things back in perspective in my own mind. Let me see how I can, you know, resurface again, because that knocks you down, man. You know, and I can just imagine, bro. I can't imagine. That's what that is. I can't imagine. You know?
Yeah, man. And then I think about that, right? And I think about the power of love, you know, and when you lose someone you love, right? And how that affects all of what's going on around you, you know,
Right.
man. Every relationship you're in.
Right.
Like I felt like when my pops died in 2015,
Okay.
and also when my cousin Mike died in 2011, when my
Man,
cousin was
Mike.
murdered, I felt like I really didn't have the support I needed,
Right.
specifically from my significant other.
Okay.
You know, I just felt like, although she's a great person, wonderful person, she wasn't there for me the way I needed to be. It was almost like, in a way, hurry up and get better.
Yeah.
And what about me?
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've experienced that. It's almost like, you know, I hate to try to make an excuse for it, but that's probably what I'm about to do. Maybe the attention is taken off of them in some type of way. I know it may sound selfish, but it may not be intentional. But maybe they start lacking or feeling like you're lacking love or affection for them. And when you're dealing with that, but as men, sometimes we need to just be alone, man. I might need to go outside and work on my lawnmower by myself. They may help me, you know, tune up something.
Yeah.
You know, go fix something, go create something. You know, I had a young lady, or older woman, tell me, you know, you a writer? You do art? Yes. Well, go do as much art as you can.
Yep.
Go write a book.
Yeah.
Go do something that you know has been releasing your anxieties for years.
Absolutely.
So go do that. It's not a crime. That's a gift that you have. That's the way you have associated suppressing those or depressing those feelings, getting rid of them. You know, getting not those feelings, but getting rid of that anxiety from those feelings. That's how you have coped with it. So don't stop doing that. It's not like you're going out drinking to cope with it. It's not like you're going out having sex with numerous of people, women, you know. So it's like, do what you need to do, especially if it's wholesome and it's been getting you through it. So, you know, we all go through that, and we all at times know what we need to do, but it's just that struggle, you know, and that just comes to show of the relationships that we build with people and our significant other, you know, our spouses. What type of relationship do you have? If you have a strong relationship, then they should understand that. And sometimes those relationships we may feel are stronger than they actually are. I know that I do that a lot. I put a lot of futuristic thinking into my relationships. I see a bright ending to every relationship. But some people may not see that. Some people may not have that foresight or living in the past of how you were or how they were. And over time, that can be a hindrance to your relationship. If we basically sat back and thought about all the things that can go wrong, rather than trying to do things that can be right or you can make right. So I try to focus on making stuff right, man. Even though I may be in a down slope at the moment.
So just to kind of piggyback off that, kind of go back to what I was touching on earlier as well. I got a little bit distracted for a second, but we were talking about our significant others not being there,
Support
and supporting, right? And then a lot of that is about not supporting somebody who's trying to live in their purpose, right?
Mm.
So if a man or a woman, but we're talking about men right now, is a runner, right? And they like to run. They love to run. They want to run competitively or not. It just makes them feel good. And that's the thing they like to do most when they're not in the rat race, grinding at work, taking care of the kids. They like to go running. Why shouldn't I come home to my jogging clothes laid out and some new running shoes, ultra lightweight, dynamic space shoes or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why
don't you help push me to that?
Right.
Right. If I like to do music, why don't you give me a notepad?
Yeah.
And a nice pen.
Right.
If I like to write. How about if I like to bake, why don't you give me a nice colander?
Yeah.
Something cheap. You ain't gotta take much.
And it's not like Lo said, man. It's not about a monetary value. It's not about that. It's about support. It's about feeling support. It's about feeling that love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of feeling like it's a tug of war in the household between a man and a woman,
or a tick for tack.
Right.
I did this. Now I expect you to do this.
Yeah.
That don't. What I know about myself, right, is if you leave me the fuck alone, I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to.
You damn right.
Guess what? I'm gonna do more than what I'm supposed to, because that's how I was bred.
Yeah.
I don't put too much value into things I need. Because that'll come. I'm gonna make sure I eat. I'm gonna make sure I get some rest. Sure. I'm gonna make sure I hydrate myself. That's the main things for myself throughout the day. Now anything else that comes, that's what happens. I'm always gonna have a good work ethic. I'm always gonna use my thought process to make right decisions. Even though I'm imperfect. All of us are.
Yep. Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm gonna try my best. Even when I fall short, I'm still thinking of a way to make things right. And I don't think some people have that type of magnitude of patience. It's hard for some. I'm not knocking people who don't have patience to see things to the end, or I'm not saying far as achieving their goals. I'm saying far as relationships.
Yeah, well, and then
a lot of people give up.
Yeah, and then there's other types of relationships other than romantic ones, right? Mm. So how come and I'm asking you, right? How come when it's a romantic relationship, it becomes that tug of war thing, right? And for an example, we've been knowing each other at least 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And when we're trying to build something, literally or figuratively, we support each other.
Totally.
You know, there's not this jealousy thing, right?
No.
And I said this, and I'm about to hand it to you, bro. But I said this thing, and I've used this example more than once, right?
Right.
If I came in the room and I left my phone on the table,
Yeah.
and I come in the room and my friend Carlos is going through my phone. And then not only is he going through my phone, when I walk in, he says, "So, you were hanging out with David last night, huh? So what's going on? Why were you hanging? So you don't have time for me anymore." You know what I mean? And don't get that confused with me saying a man should be able to cheat or do whatever agreement you have with your wife, spouse, significant other, is what you should keep. But it's just weird. It's just weird that the type of control level that is placed on a couple by each other and society.
That goes for men and women, though. I know some
men
guys
and women
that do that.
Yeah,
the same way.
Yeah.
Who you talking to?
I've done it before. I've done it before.
You know, when I did it though, I was in my guilty state though.
True.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I was
Me too.
I was out there being a dog.
Yeah.
And so my brain was thinking about, let me see what she's doing. If I'm able to do this, then she could be doing this and that.
Right. So you're projecting that. You're projecting that on her.
On her. Once I got confident in myself, though, like I don't want that. So I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't care what you doing. I care. But guess what? That's gonna be on you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on your conscience. My conscience was fucked up, so I had to clean that. But once I did, guess what? I can live. I can breathe. What Tony Bryson say, I can breathe again.
Yep.
You know, and I don't want to take that away from myself. I ain't gonna let you take it away from me either.
No, no, not at all. So that being said, I feel like a lot of people are hurt, and they carry that hurt into new relationships. They carry it into friendships. They carry it into work relationships, man. And if you're used to being treated a certain way by somebody, or having certain expectations placed upon you, or dealing with abuse, then you're going to come into that relationship. You're going to come into that environment. You're going to carry that energy into your new situation.
Right.
So I just feel like we need to learn how to let go. Let go of that pain. Let go of that anger. And we really don't have a lot of outlets for it in the black community besides alcohol and liquor and violence and sex.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that we don't have tons, millions even, of awesome black people.
Right.
But we don't necessarily a lot of times have the resources and the counseling and the great benefits and a team of people with financial and other resources to back us up and support us.
Yeah. Or just the need of knowing how to deal with people. We don't have people, ones of the social expertise to deal with different temperatures of individuals. As far as like, I know a few homies that we went to school with and known around the neighborhood. Right now, they not doing too well. You know, we see them every day. You know I do. You know, and they not doing too well. So when I see them, you know, you might see somebody like, oh, that man crazy. Like, nah, man. You know, he ain't crazy. He got a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I remember when he had all his senses and he was thriving. You know, and now because you see him walking or not in the state that you perceive they should be in, you know, now they crazy.
Yeah,
they very well may be, but don't shun them.
Right.
You know, try to help them. Now I understand if somebody run up to you, you know, with a weapon or run up to you indecently exposed. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's
you know. But again, we don't need the police coming out to arrest them. Maybe we need somebody with a psychiatric expertise to come out and deal with that situation. Don't
Or-
beat them. Beat them.
We need social services, man.
Yeah. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and that kind of, leads into like where we're at with the police state and all of this, and we said we were going to talk about fuck the police, N.W.A.
Yeah.
And that's
nigga us with attitudes.
Nigga us with attitudes, and it's like you develop a drug problem. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to drugs. However I got on drugs, whether it was depression, whether it was hanging out with friends, stress, or an underlying mental illness that pushed me towards it. Okay, so now I am addicted to drugs.
Okay.
Boom, heroin. Let's say heroin.
Okay.
Now, boom, I'm shooting up in my arm. Out in my car one day, and police pulled me over. The police pulled me over. They search my car. They find heroin in my car.
Right.
I go to jail. Okay, depending on the amount, I think over a gram of heroin is a felony.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. So now I had
any amount.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah, I think
that's the law.
I like to double check that.
Yeah, I would too.
So now I'm a felon because I had a habit, right?
Yeah.
So instead of getting me some help, instead of getting me some encouragement,
we're gonna detox you in here with these dudes that's in for violent crimes.
You're gonna be sitting in there dope sick in the county jail.
Yeah.
Throwing up in the garbage can. Like so one time I did a bid. A long bid. It was a whole 3 days. Or 4, depending on how you count it. And was this guy in there, he was dope sick. And throwing up in the garbage can. Next thing you know, he's unresponsive.
Right.
And they came in and took him out. I honestly don't know how that story ends, but he had a drug problem. He
needed help.
And he needed help.
So
they threw him in a can.
Yeah.
With very, very limited medical attention and only acute medical attention. So if you're not passed out dead, they're not coming to check on you or nothing. And he was crying. They said he was crying out for help. And
for the 3 days you were in there.
This all happened on the first day.
Wow.
He was dope sick, asking for help, and I dozed off. I woke back up. And he was unresponsive.
Wow.
So I called for help, and they finally came. I said he needs help now. So they didn't listen to his cries, but they listened to mine.
Right.
But
because maybe they thought he was just faking.
Right. They thought he was probably just faking.
Right.
So
an addict.
Now you got a felony for being an addict. So that's what the defund the police thing is about. It's not saying don't have any cops.
Yeah.
It's saying take some of that funding, the majority of that funding,
and point it in the direction
of social services and help and help changing these people's lives. People in my life have been on and off of drugs from my parents, my uncles, friends, and really, really, really good people. So that's how I came to find out firsthand that just because you have a habit doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the broad stroke that addiction is painted with. If you're addicted, you're a weak person. Same with mental illness,
right.
which they say addiction is a mental illness. It's
nowadays,
it's a disease.
The younger generation, they're addicted.
Very much so.
To all types of stuff.
Yep.
We was in high school, it was more, or grammar school, it was more so of marijuana. And you had people that you seen in the street, like, such and such smoke. I think he's smoking crack. I don't know. I ain't hanging around those people to know if he was or not, but Years later, you was like, "Yep, it was true." But my point of saying this is that, okay, it's tying into the social injustices, the N.W.A. Acronym, niggas with attitudes.
Yeah.
Fuck the police, defund them. Just coming from that, these kids is on drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of them,
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have guidance. A lot of them out here just doing what the next do.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do. So where do we step in? How can anyone step in?
Yeah.
And I like that. That goes back to the social expertise. You need to have somebody there, and that's reaching out.
Right. Instead of handcuffs,
put some
how about
programs in the neighborhood.
Yeah. How about instead of handcuffs, we help them out with whatever they need. So there's programs in Chicago that do this.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about every day.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of people need this help, and these programs, these different organizations, like one that I've had the pleasure of being a part of currently now, cannot reach the entire city. So and with that being said, you mentioned the younger generation. I believe that some of that money should go towards mediation. Because people get angry and they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to turn down their vibrato. They don't know how to not go and quote unquote turn up on somebody.
They don't know how to handle it.
Don't know how to handle it.
That might be they. A lot of these children are suffering from, and adults are suffering from depression. Lack of fathers being there. Seeing a mom on drugs, seeing a mom with different men, lack of guidance in the home, far as no man around at all.
Right.
So they struggle with that. I'm not making excuses for them because it's a lot of us, who didn't have that family structure like we wished, but still became successful.
Right, so we're talking about the youth, right? So that's a skill that they should really be learning in school is mediation and how to work through your problems and deal with that aggression.
Yeah.
So now instead of bringing something like that into schools, they've decided, the powers that be and the legislators and the people have decided that we need LGBTQIA in our schools, and I've heard that they are going to mention it. I don't know how in depth they're going to go. I heard they're going to start mentioning it in kindergarten.
I'm homeschooling my kids.
So yeah,
children. I want my children homeschooled. I don't have nothing against. Listen.
At all.
I don't have nothing against that, but I have reserved the right not to involve my youth in it. I didn't get a chance to learn about LGBTQIA, and I turned out pretty well, well-rounded.
Yeah.
I don't go around bashing people who belong to that category of individuals. I don't go around mean mugging them or spitting out hateful words
at all.
I just choose not to associate in that way. Now, if I see you and I know you, I can say, hey, I'm not a homophobe,
right?
But don't try to drill this in my mind. You got
exactly.
your mind made up. Good. I'm
for
happy
you.
for you.
And then a lot of that is taught in religion. I got indoctrinated into religion at an early age. And one of the things they taught me was to hate gay people. And I grew up with that until I realized some of my family members were gay. And they had been nothing but nice to me and showed me nothing but love. So I said, wait a minute, maybe gay people aren't so bad.
Yeah.
So, I asked pastors and preachers and reverends and deacons, and I wasn't afraid to ask the questions. And that was one of them,
Right.
And then they would go to the scripture and say, they all go to hell. They're going to burn in eternal fire.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't choose that. Nobody wakes up and says, I'm going to be gay. It's a feeling. You know, some people
some
get
of them might, you know.
yeah. Some people get abused.
True.
Some people are quote unquote turned out.
Some people are just curious.
Some people are just curious. Some people, and this is my honest opinion. You can hang me on the cross for it, whatever. I think only a very, 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 very few people are actually born with gender confusion or born gay. Just like you could be born colorblind. That doesn't, just because you can't see the color orange doesn't mean somebody should hate you.
Right.
And it doesn't mean anything is necessarily wrong with it, right? I do believe homosexuality is against nature, and you argue me down for that. Come punch me in the face if you don't like what I just said.
When I've studied on animals, and you know, I've seen dogs. What's the word? Stuck. 2 male dogs stuck. I actually think that's basically going off of their horny emotions and dominance. You know, that's back to dominance. They know that's a male dog, right? I'm just trying to put myself in the male dog point of view.
So wait a minute, you saw 2 male dogs stuck?
Yeah.
Wow, 2 gay dogs.
Two gay. They ain't had no bandanas on. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that.
They had rainbow collars.
Oh man.
Right, somebody should have. Somebody should have. Somebody should have got them some rainbow collars. That's so that people make it out to be that you can't talk about these things. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about.
But again, that leads back into what? Who in control? God in control.
God is in control.
You know.
God is in control.
So again, that just goes back to, you know, I don't choose to, you know, seek out that nature and those individuals, but hey, I don't hate y'all. Do y'all thing, man. You know,
do your thing.
God's in control. He has the last say. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, now let's talk about. We were talking about drugs and we're talking about God is in control, and what we have in front of us today, we have some delicious.
What that is? What that be?
Marijuana infused edibles.
Oh.
Okay. So right here I have a chocolate cake. It's got a lot of marijuana in it. It was refined.
So it's strong.
It's very strong. It was refined from a decent amount of herb into a butter cook, which is I'm all about empowering people. So if you're really serious about it, do your research, and you're gonna mess up a whole bunch of times. You're gonna waste a whole lot of marijuana, but you know, if you're really into it, stick at it, and you can make your own. But if you want to just cut straight to the chase, you know, I got a guy that got a guy. And we're that guy. So, you know, these are delicious. I had a little bit today, and definitely feel it. Really, really good. Those are some chocolate
cakes,
and then we got some butter cookies, and you know, I put on a few pounds over the last few months. So these are sugar free. They're made with almond flour, so they're low carb, and they're made with a artificial sweetener. Really, really good stuff, and low prices. Get your medicine without smoking, man.
Wow,
smoking is bad for you.
I hear that.
Smoking is bad for you, but I still smoke.
I understand what you're talking about. But hey, to each his own, right?
Smoking's still bad for you, but don't you just love the smell?
A tobacco.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ain't that tobacco? That's tobacco or what? I don't know.
this is a scented.
And that's
It's a
a
scented.
Chico stick.
It's a scented flower.
The scented
Comes
candles.
from.
Comes
It's
from.
kind of like a sage, and what it does is like
What you think the burning bush was in the Bible?
I don't know. I don't
It
know.
was either alien or weed.
An alien. It could have been. Hey,
yeah.
I've seen some crazy stuff throughout my life, so I'm not one to say. That topic's iffy, man. These aliens. That alien topic.
Yeah, well,
UFO topic.
I just look at the math of the whole UFO thing, right? We are a planet that the Earth is a planet that is inhabitable, and it's one of I always forget if it's millions or billions of planets in our galaxy alone. I think it's millions of planets in our galaxy alone. So that being said, if there's millions of planets in our galaxy alone,
What's the likelihood of it being life somewhere else, huh?
what's the likelihood of it being? The likelihood is very high. Now, I'm just talking one galaxy, and there's millions of planets in each galaxy. There's millions of galaxies. So what's a million times a million? Motherfucking calculator don't go that high.
A million times a million is like
It's a name for it, but it ain't in my brain.
I can't add that up.
Just
Million
take
times a million is
just take all the zeros off
it's
and
2
put
million,
it on the end.
right?
That's a million plus a million. Two,
Is it?
yeah. A million times a million is like
Chameleon.
Chameleonaire. 6 zeros. So it'll be 12 zeros. So that's a lot. That's how many planets that we can start to identify, but there's way more than that. So do UFOs exist? Most likely.
They say they got a lot of evidence, and
They do.
and they hide it, maybe.
They
huh?
do.
I don't like nobody hiding something from me
Me neither.
that I would like to know. If they hear, then show them. Shoot, so I can prepare.
There's
Don't just bust them out like oh, it's I got some lean in that Hennessy, bro. No, you should have told me that a long time ago.
Right. And the powers that be will hide it for a reason. If there's a creditable sighting, then it's just brushed under the rug. It's ignored. These things get ignored all the time, just like a lot of things that we deal with in the media and in real life, things that are hidden from us. So that being said, what is the media? How's the media manipulating this coronavirus thing, man?
With this mask, I believe it's a lot of other stuff going on. But you know how the news does. They focus on what they want to focus on. I don't know how many people have gotten sick. I don't want to say it's not true. I know I've met, or I know some people who actually were sick. I know some people who have lost people during these times.
Most definitely.
I don't know if it was from corona. I don't know if it was from an ailment that they received while they were in the hospital, or an ailment that was already existing, and the coronavirus heightened it. They say it attacks your immune system, right?
Right.
Or in your lungs and stuff. So people with autoimmune disease like lupus and stuff like that, they run a great risk. So as far as elders,
yeah, they're already the vulnerable, the most vulnerable part of the population. So yeah, it's like it's there. You got to find a medium, because Now we can all agree that the coronavirus is real. If you have any goddamn common sense,
It's real.
it's real. There's too many independent studies. There's a way to identify it independently. But I don't put anything past the government, man. I don't put anything past them. I don't put infecting people with a test past them.
Why should you put it past them? Now, I learned this. I said, what good have they done? I'm speaking of the government. I mean, they place this system and this stock exchange, and just they got a whole system. I feel it was emulated off of a system that was before us,
Certainly,
before U.S., before Britain, before
certainly.
they got it from somewhere,
Right.
And I don't think they created it. So, I think it was more godly too. Whereas, there were some humble people and there were some hurtful people. you
Yeah.
know. So far as now, the government we have now that's in place, what have they done to help? I know they have all the means to help homeless and misfortuned, and they can help a lot of different ways than they are. I think they do the bare minimum of
Yeah.
the
And
resources they have.
yeah, and part of that is because it takes, in order for there to be the super rich, there has to be the super poor.
Yeah.
So there has to be the downtrodden part of society in order for there to be the aristocracy. So the proletariat, which is us, the majority of the people, the average person, the lame, is basically the table for everybody that's on top to stand on and sit on. We're the chair. And I saw an illustration. It was a meme on Facebook, and it showed people underneath the table, and it showed there was money on the table. There was all of these things, and it was basically saying, in order to end this game and to end this game that they're playing with us, all we have to do is stand up and topple it all over.
Well, that's happening all over. I haven't been the one out there, throwing rocks and stuff like that. But I think subconsciously it's happening in people all over. And some people are actually physically taking action to it. Standing up, standing their ground, utilizing all their rights as far as gun control and gun ownership.
Yes.
That's something that's in the Constitution. You got the right to bear arms, right?
Absolutely.
It's one of the things that they tell you can do.
Absolutely.
But they frown on it at times when you try and do it, or there's so many regulations.
Oh yeah,
I understand it's violence,
especially depending on your skin color. They frown on it more if you one color than another.
Yeah.
If you're black.
Yeah, that's or Hispanic. How about that?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. If you're white, if you're lily white, you all good. You don't got to worry about it. You know what I mean? But then that being said, it depends on what kind of white you are too. I've seen some redneck white folks get discriminated against.
Oh yeah.
Some of those sovereign citizens, they hate sovereign citizens, even though technically it's within the law that you have the right to claim your
whatever nation
you want to claim. You can create your own nation. That being said, man, brother Goose Wayne, he got this project coming out called New Nation, and that's really just the whole subject matter, things that we've been brainstorming on, some of the ideas that were back in the 20th century, That's funny. I say that back in the 20th century. But there was talk about creating our own nation, taking this state or that, this portion of land, and going there as a people and rebuilding and having our own nation and claiming our sovereignty. And it sounds like a ridiculous idea, but it's very viable. There's a lot of research that needs to be done. We need to study our elders and our scholars, Malcolm X. We need to study and listen to lectures from Bobby E. Wright, clinical psychiatrist, psychologist, both I think, and look at our African roots. How did we deal with things like that in the past? You know, do we have to hold on to this model that's been presented to us through the Western world? And I feel like that's a huge part of the problem, is that if it's not white, we feel like it's not right.
That's a good interpretation, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You know, I feel that all the way. You know, I went to a small college, you know, predominantly black, you know, and when we went, I played on the team there, basketball, and, you know, we went to play other teams that were predominantly white area. They would look at us a certain way. At sometimes they would say, "Oh, we finna get blew out." But look at, they're all black.
Right.
You know, stereotype. Hey, we can jump high, shoot. I mean, it's true at times. It's true. But then you ran across some guys who were actually cool. You know, who actually say, "Hey, man, after the game, where y'all going? We want to meet up with you guys and just network." You know, and so that was cool. I gained a lot of people and a lot of friends, white and black, just going to school. But then you have the ones that don't even want to share the locker room with you, or don't even want to, you know, acknowledge that it was a good shot, or you can tell the smugness on them or the awkwardness in them. Sometimes they didn't even want to stick you because they thought you was gonna hurt them if they fouled you hard enough. So, you know, it just, I believe how you carry yourself in all instances in all walks of life is gonna distinguish how people should treat you. And so, if you out there, now, don't get me wrong, you got some racists, you got some people who just downright don't care how you are as a person. But does that give the right for you to treat everyone that way? You know, I got some family who white. You know, my great grandmother was Irish. So, you know, I got some of that blood in me. Am I to hate them? No. But do I see what the social injustices have given them, the opportunities here, the respect, and the patience that they, the benefits? Yes, I've seen them first and foremost. But should that change the way I am? Absolutely. It should make me work harder.
Yeah.
It should make me value my safety. It should make me value my health. Because it's all this stuff stacked up against me. I can't sit back here and cry about it. One person can't change it, but guess what? I can change this one person, you know, and maybe that can change a lot out there. Or someone might. I've ran into a lot of people that say, "Man, Los, you always did this and that." Well, I looked up to you because you always, you know, kept a right head on your shoulders. Yeah, I seen you act the fool. Yeah, I seen you, you know, but then I seen you dial back, you know, and actually keep a level head. How you know, or always were respectful, and that just comes from, man, lessons. Hey, I learned how to be respectful. It comes from upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, I get my head beat in if I wasn't. I couldn't say, "Huh, Carlos, huh?" No, I had to be "ma'am" or "sir." No, ma'am. No, sir. So
yeah, and that being said, I think like I said earlier, being brought up in the church and being brought up around religion and that organization, and I think there's a lot of good that comes out of it. And that being said, my sister and her fiance, my sister China Fox, and her fiance Christopher Marshall have a study group that they started, and they talk about they read different books. The organization is called READ, READ, Revolutionary Education and Dialogue, and they just and we just read, and I didn't do a good job. I mostly just followed the videos and got what I could from it. But I have read part of the book by Marimba Ani, Let the Circle Be Unbroken.
Okay.
And it talks about the fact that a lot of the things that come along with church are good things. Holding hands, singing together, dancing together, telling stories, crying together, figuring out the problems in the community. So now that there's been kind of like an exodus from church because everybody is quote unquote waking up, they start running to basically running to nothing. So now there is no communal activities unless we're drinking or partying, which I don't have a problem with.
You know, when I think about church, when I hear the word church, first thing that pops in my mind is cross, right? Mm-hmm. And the second thing pop in my mind is choir and singing, right?
Right.
So I didn't grow up listening to church music, you know. It just wasn't something that was stapled on me. I didn't have to do that. But, you know, I listened to certain songs, but it wasn't the natural church music that Mahalia Jackson or just one of the Caesars, you know, not the songs that are popular, all right? So once I started hearing church music or recognizing it, that's church music, it was more so of harmonious. You got a vibration from it. I know they were things they were saying, you know, uplifting, but the tones that they used were it vibrated. It made me feel a certain way, whether if it made me scared certain songs or made me, you know, rejoice some songs. But I think before there were churches, there were tones.
Sure.
Right? Some type of music, right?
Sure.
Some type of vibration. So, I think about the music of old, like Temptations. I'm just thinking about the times the Dusties that we know about.
Vibrations.
Yeah. Temptations and Shy Lights, and, you know, or go back to blues, Muddy Waters, or Lil Melvin, you know,
right.
Lil Milton.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
As a child, I grew up with family who were based from Mississippi, you know, Tupelo, Mississippi. So
indeed,
they farmed. We all got together. We sang. You know, on my father's side, they sang a lot, but on my mom's side, we just pretty much played sports and, you know, barbecue. You don't see that as much anymore. I think it's coming back, but I think music had a lot to do with just, you know, family and rejoicing and actually having those vibrations where it kept us together. They have Negro spirituals, right? So, and those were like word of mouth. You weren't able to read, but you knew how that song, right?
Yeah.
So, I just think about that. Like, I look around and say there are no more R&B groups, right?
Oh, that's interesting.
It used to be R&B groups. I think the last R&B group that I know of, female, was Destiny's Child.
Yeah, and that's funny that and to add on to that, a lot of the youth used to play instruments.
Right. You know, it's just a change. Now it's more so click and point and click, you know. Yeah. You don't find too many people walking around with guitars or that. I got a clarinet, you know. We had band. I'm sure they still have band in school, but now, even when I was in school, you was a nerd when you played an instrument.
Ain't that something?
But in the Bible, you were what? The king would call you out to come play for him.
Yeah, you were very important.
A
And,
musician.
and that's still important in the church to double back on that, right? Because what is church without music? You know, it's pretty boring, and that vibration makes people feel closer to God and catch the Holy Ghost and things like that. So now all the youth have a cell phone in their pocket, so you could play a movie at any point. You could listen to music at any point, at any moment on the bus, walking down the street. Whereas back then,
you had the tune in your head.
Yeah, you had the tune in your head. You were trying to get to a record player, and you were trying to learn how to play it. Now we just become, instead of creators and masters, we just become consumers. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna listen to that. You know, and not depicting. Hey, hold on. I haven't heard not one harmonic melody from 3 voices in years. Right. And I ain't talking LSG, you know. I'm talking what's the guy named Paul from the Temptations. He called his guys out and they get to sing. You don't feel that no more, you know. Right. You know, I miss that. And I see it's grown extinct. I remember sitting around eating good food, right? And just listening to good music, right? Nowadays, you try to sit down and eat a meal and cut the radio on, you almost can't finish your food. Like, man, let me cut this off. No, I want to hear something soulful, man. So that just leads me back to I write my own music, right? I might write a love song, then I turn around, I might write a club song, just because for my listening ear. Because sometimes, man, I get tired. I get tired of hearing the same old rigmarole. You know, well, I think it needs to get back grounded and get some more groups out here. Where are these singing groups at? I want to have if you know any singing groups, I want them on the show. Yeah, let's get them on the show, man. I want a singing group. I don't care if you're local. I don't care if you got a Grammy. Yeah, I want a singing group on the Fully Loaded podcast. Let's hear some harmony, because even when we were coming up, you know, we had local groups. Yeah. And Quiet Storm. Yeah, we had Quiet Storm. Shout out to them guys. Will, Sean, John. Yeah. All them guys. I know it's like a couple I'm missing, but you know what I'm talking about. It was like they were singing and dancing. We had they were following what we did, or what we listened to, what we liked. Right. And the legacy of our ancestors we're harmonized. And then like even as a kid growing up, I was always around music. I was brought up around music, which is a special thing. Yeah. And I kind of took that for granted. I took it for granted when my grandmother would take us to the piano and make us sing and harmonize. Right. So we don't have that grandmother who plays the piano anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, the next generation, their grandmother is videotaping twerk. Yeah. Yep. It's twerking. You got the 35-year-old grandmother now. Hey, man. She was 17 when she had her, and now the daughter is 17, and now they both twerking. That's their number one talent. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, I was just about to say that. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's good, it's funny, it's comedic. I like twerking. To see. No, I wasn't gonna say that. It's funny to see the families get together and twerk for fun. Right. I mean, if you well clothed and you ain't out there with your leg all, you know, they've made a game of it. Right. Look, you know what? I bet not see my daughter twerking. It's gonna be a problem. But look, back to what I was saying. I saw this lady online twerking, right, while she was playing classical music. And the video was viral. It had like 2 million views. I'm like, look, you got to balance that shit out, man. Yeah. You know, if you're going to twerk, at least write a book. Dressed? She was dressed real nasty. Oh, playing classical. Mozart. A whole symphony or something. I don't even know who it was. One of them white motherfuckers. Oh, man. Well, and she was going crazy. So don't let that be your only talent is all I'm saying. I hear that. You know what I mean? And reading is fundamental.
That's exercise too, huh?
Read a book and twerk.
Read a book and twerk.
I see my mom on live, man. Hey,
Mama was watching me. Hey, mama.
what's up, mama?
Hey.
Hey, mama. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wrote a song about you.
Want to hear it? Here it go.
Want to hear it? Here it go. So yeah, it's just like, just being able to tap into our ancestors and not be ashamed to be talented and not be ashamed to be smart. And that's strange. Like
Creative.
I was talking to a friend of mine and she was saying, she's like, I'm weird. I'm really weird. And I'm like, why you say that? Because you love gardening, because you're smart, because you don't have time for the bullshit. You like to be to yourself. No, you're not weird. You're special, and you deserve to be protected. You know what I mean?
Being you. They used to call it gifted.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I used to be in a gifted program in school.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not talking down on nobody else or nothing.
Right.
And I think that was wrong to single us out and say, hey, you guys are gifted.
Right.
And I remember going to summer school, and I had already passed. I shouldn't be in summer school. Oh no, you're gonna learn the things you're gonna be learning when you get to school. And,
Right.
And
right.
it helped. It helped me tutor the other students. It helped me be able to have a jump. But gifted mean just that, right? You're able to use the gifts that you have openly rather than.
God is in control, man.
Yeah.
Where them gifts come from?
Yeah, exactly. So I think I used my gifts as much as I possibly could growing up.
Yep.
I thought I could sing a little bit. I would try to sing. I thought I could draw. I drew. I thought I could cut hair. I started cutting hair. Just whatever I wanted to do and I liked to do, I just leaned towards it. I didn't care what nobody else said. I didn't say, oh, if I do this, I'm going to be labeled as a lame. I don't. So
what?
Somebody told me, man, that's lame. Nigga, you around here eating healthy.
Right, so eating healthy is lame, huh?
What? You
eating vegetables? You nigga eating
Yeah.
a kiwi.
I used to eat carrots. Boy, they was sweet. I remember carrots were so sweet when we was younger.
Man, this nigga eating a kiwi, boy.
I seen this nigga. You the one that was eating that pineapple. Yeah, I got all my vitamin C I needed.
Word.
How about that? That was lame.
How about that? Okay, then.
Your face still look like you got bags under your eyes, bruh. I'm finna be 40. I think I look darn well to be 40 years old. I was having a conversation with a guy earlier. He was talking. I was like, man, bro, I'm 40 years old. Oh, man, that put me in a whole nother light. I wouldn't even think you was 40. Yeah. So just calm down, bro. I've been doing this living thing a long time. That just takes me back to when I was a kid, watching cartoons. I try to keep the same innocence from then. I remember getting home from school, right? Simple life. I wonder how kids feel today. I get home from school, do my homework, watch a little Tom and Jerry,
Right.
watch a little Looney Tune. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going outside. Even if I had a game, I'm going outside, right?
Yeah, we kept some games around, man, but it was we went in the house and played the game after we went outside. Or in between, and we were running the streets, riding bikes, building bikes,
Getting in trouble, falling,
fighting.
getting hurt,
Yep.
being
Building,
mischievous,
playing basketball, football,
just socializing.
tag,
Nowadays they've
trying to meet girls.
they've made it to the point where now you get out of school and you hop right online.
Right. And then they like I was saying before, man, we have that and talking about the kids have a computer in their pocket. They got a TV in their pocket. TV used to go off at night,
I remember first they played the American flag. They would play the national anthem. Then
Yeah.
it was like with the little lines going across.
Right, with the barcode, with the color code on the screen.
And then when they come back on like 6 o'clock, they'll play the flag again, I think.
Yeah, and now the kids' attention span is so low because they can't pay attention to something that doesn't immediately captivate them.
Fascinate them.
So I saw, I have a 19-year-old son, and my youngest born is 8 years old. So my 19-year-old son, he was addicted to books, and he always just wanted to read.
Right.
And it just like slowly faded away down to my 8-year-old. So they went away for a couple of years, and I was reading the books all the time before they left.
Right.
They went away, and Mike and Little Troy became game heads and YouTube heads.
Right.
So they came back, and trying to break that cycle has been very difficult. I'm still struggling with it today, but you notice how it just goes down. Now I was just with a young kid, a family member of a family member,
right.
little young man, boy,
right,
and he couldn't sit still for 5 seconds.
Right. I've seen it.
He touching everything, and we bought him a few toys while we were at the store. Bought him some of those little cars. What are they called?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Bought him some Hot Wheels. Bought him some Play-Doh. Bought him one of those little eggs that they sell with the little toy and the candy in it.
Right.
And he said, "Open this one." Opened it. Played with it for 5 seconds. Open this one. Okay. Open the Play-Doh. So he opened the Play-Doh. And beautiful kid. I'm not attacking the kid.
Yeah, I got you.
But he's living
busy.
He's living that YouTube life and the games, the Roblox, and
the imagination is going away because they're giving you an imagination.
Yeah. From
what you're watching, I used to play by myself a lot of times. I ain't say play by myself. Now with myself.
I used to play with myself.
A
lot of times.
Pause. Okay. So yeah, I was told that was disgusting and I was gonna be in trouble for life if I ever did that. And then I was debauched by it. That is sickening. You are in there raping yourself, and that's all I had to hear after that. I was like, oh man, I'm raping myself. That ain't cool. You right, Ma. I would never do that to me again.
Man.
But yeah.
All right.
I don't kiss and tell either.
So we on live at the same time.
Why not? I got no viewers.
My mom just said, my mom's up. What time is it? 4 in the morning? She must have just got up. We allow our kids to be electronic minded.
Right.
So every moment of the day. And now mind you, right? I'm the same way. If I forget my phone at home, I turn my car around.
Yeah.
And I go get it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I don't have it, I don't have anything to read. I might want to scroll through my Facebook or post a photo or see a family picture, read some news headlines, check the weather, check the time. I don't wear a watch. Even
nowadays, it's become a necessity, huh?
Yes.
Rather than an accessory.
Oh, necessities versus accessories.
Yeah.
But when it's really an accessory, because I remember, even when pagers were out, even when I had a pager, I might forget it at home. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I
left my page. Man.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, I'll see who paged me.
I'll see who paged me when I get back to it.
I'm going back to a pager.
That's basically what my phone is, man. And people get mad at me for it. But I feel like it's not in tune with nature. Once again, back to that, right? It's not in tune with nature.
Okay.
You can't. You shouldn't be able to track somebody 24 hours a day and expect them to answer the phone 24 hours a day at your beckoning call, whether it be a friend, family member, whatever. Now, mind you, I need to balance it out more because I do need to make myself more accessible for my family, especially my mom.
I get that.
I need to, maybe I should make my phone calls in the morning and then turn my phone off for the rest of the day or something like that. Because it is a good tool if used properly, but we've become so reliant
dependent on it.
Yeah. That we don't even know how to drive to our friend's house without a GPS.
Without a GPS.
You know, I can,
Been
but
over
a
there
lot of
7
people can't.
times.
Yeah, it's been over there 93 times.
Yeah.
It's like you put the GPS on every time because you're not learning.
Right.
You know, you're just following your sheep.
I remember when I first started traveling, I was using a map. And I ain't talking about MapQuest.
That came a little later.
I was using a map. Look at the map. I told a guy about the map. He couldn't distinguish if it was a road or a river. What's this, bro? A map, bruh. What if your phone go out?
Yep.
Man, bro, I'm just gonna write the directions down now. Oh, okay.
What if you get turned around?
What if that was the wrong address and you end up at Texas Chainsaw Massacre house? Then what? Yeah. So
I heard that was based on a true story. Side note.
I did too.
So we got a lot going on right now. There's a
Good
lot.
things, good
yeah,
things.
good things going on. There's a lot of black businesses being started and progressed right now. You know, me personally, I didn't get a penny of that 10K money,
Nope.
and I do know a lot of people are squandering it.
Yep.
Buying rims and spending it on drugs.
It's a new finesse.
Recop money, Jordans. It's finesse.
It's a
huge finesse.
It's a new car crack. They cracking the SBA loan.
They cracking loans.
Yeah.
And then Whitey gonna come and crack your head. He coming for you.
You don't mess with their money and their women.
Yeah, but then I feel like that whole 10K loan thing is a setup, man.
It's a
because
scam that they're setting up.
Yeah, I know a guy personally. I'm not gonna say no names.
Yeah.
Not, and just out of respect. But I'm speaking the absolute God's honest truth. And anybody who knows me personally who wants to call me on it, we'll talk quietly about it. Right? He went to jail for fraud.
Okay.
Gets out of jail for fraud, and the government grants him a SBA loan, a fraudulent SBA loan. You think they're really that damn stupid?
He just got out of jail and got a business. Now, some people have done it, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying he doesn't.
But you know he hasn't.
I know he hasn't.
Right.
And I know personally that he spent at least part of the money on buying a large quantity of marijuana.
So he going to jail.
He's going to jail.
One way or the other.
Yeah, unless he knows somebody that could get his paperwork right or something, or I don't know. They know how to follow money real good.
I ain't got time for that.
Me neither.
Simple as that, bro. I don't have time to be ducking and dodging from a damn finesse.
Right.
Now I got to worry about anxiety and my stress. Let's go back to my health, all right? Now I'm worried about this also I'm gaining because I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm past that. I don't want to have to worry about that, man.
Now you got a warrant.
Leave me alone. And I'm going to leave y'all alone.
Yeah, I was talking to a good friend of mine, and they were saying that if you have it deposited into your personal account, then that right there, that act alone is fraud.
Fraud.
Because when they ask you what kind of account it is, what you're agreeing to is that it's being deposited into a business account. Yeah. So somewhere in the fine print or not so fine print, when you're going through all the paperwork, it asks for your account number, and it asks, "Is this a business account?"
Right.
And if you say no, you get denied. If you say yes, you qualify through whatever the process is. And I've heard different things on what qualifies you. They go by credit, they don't. So whatever. If you qualify and they ask you, is this a business account? You say yes, they drop the money in, whether it is or not. You think they stupid?
Yeah, they think we stupid.
They definitely think we're stupid.
And some of them have taken the bait, you know?
Yeah, man.
Hey, no cap or hats off. Whatever you did to do it, I hope that you protect your behind. I don't want people to feel like, you know what I'm saying, they finna actually do it until they get rich.
Yeah.
And for the ones that do have a small business and y'all got that loan, man,
More power
I'm glad
to
they
you.
had it
Yeah.
available.
Right. So my advice, man, if you do get it, you do qualify for it. Even if you started out wrong,
Yeah.
fix it right now. Spend whatever you got left. Spend it all on a business. I don't care if you're selling candy bars. Spend it on
T-shirts.
Yeah. Spend it on a damn business.
Grand Pike.
This is your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's another thing, right? If you didn't get on, if you weren't able to double up, triple up, and hustle up on that tax money, that 10, 12,000, if you wasn't able to flip that, I guarantee you your 10,000 already gone.
Yeah.
Nice Jordans, buddy.
I know
Nice
some people
Jordans.
that bought some pistols.
Oh, that's their business, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they starting a gun training program or
Probably.
something? Oh, okay.
That'd be cool, huh?
Oh, okay. That's a legitimate business if you do it right. But
I
most
hope they
people,
do.
most people ain't doing that.
Some people, I know some people that's on the street got them loans.
Man, and people cracking the loans too, like you were saying.
Yeah,
They getting people's info.
Man, we in Crook County, bro.
Crook County, baby.
They gonna find a way.
Indeed.
They gonna find a way.
Yeah, man. So, man, good sleep, good exercise, man. We taking care of ourselves and trying to do a little bit better. But before we leave off the black businesses, man, we got a lot going on, man. We got the podcast room, fully loaded podcast studio. Oh no, I'm sorry, Bases Loaded.
Bases Loaded Studios.
Bases Loaded Studios.
And this is the Fully Loaded Podcast Show.
This is the Fully Loaded Podcast. We are in full effect. We are the masters, man.
Masters.
And if you're not a master of something, it's time to start training. It's time to start studying. No matter what it is, and nothing is beneath the other.
That term to me, master means I'm not better than you
at all.
I'm just claiming what I know.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah, claiming our birthright, man. I'm actually writing a book called "Claim Your Birthright," and I've been inspired to do it, inspired by God, and I've been working on it. I actually came up with the concept about 3 years ago, and I wrote the beginning of it, and then I was just sitting on a drive somewhere, and I got reinvigorated on the idea about claim your birthright, and it's like we all are trying to fit a mold, and trying to say like women paint their faces on, men have to shave and wear cologne and to be accepted, and and be this way or that, have a lot of money, but I feel like it all breaks down into just a few things, which is if you have clean air, the basic necessities,
right?
Clean air, clean food, clean water, shelter, protection, and then going a little bit deeper, you have to have love. And I feel like to be really rich, you have to have culture. So if you have those things, sleep. I was just saying that, and all of those things bring good health. So you have to exercise. That's part of your culture. So I don't feel like exercise is part of our culture anymore. I feel like we feel like it's optional.
Yeah. Well, now I feel like exercise to most people is like a way to go to the gym, which is now the new club.
Okay.
So it has become part of the culture because that's where you meet women for most people. Or some people.
Interesting.
Or that's where you can not meet someone but show off your goods and get the attention that you seeking, and you don't get anywhere else because you're not sociable.
I feel you on that, but me personally, when I go to the gym, I just look at the women's butts every once in a while. I don't talk to them. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, nice butt.
I mean, that's natural, but
look at that six pack.
Exactly.
Okay, let me go back to my workout.
Yeah.
But I could see that though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the new club.
I know people that said that. Oh man, it's a new club. What did you lift when you got there? You didn't live for nothing. You was faking. So you fooled yourself. You didn't actually go in there with a plan and a schedule to work out. So when I worked out, it was actually I was hooping for to better myself.
Yeah.
I didn't care if somebody said, "Ooh, nice move." Guess what? I know because I worked
had
on
a
that
goal.
move. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
thank you, thanks, bro. But I've been working on that move for a long time, or that shot for a long time. Or, you know how many days I stood on the edge of a stair and did toe lifts to be able to dunk on you. So I appreciate your expression, but you don't know how hard I work to even be able to do this.
Work ethic, man.
Yeah, work ethic.
Yeah.
So that's dying.
Yeah, that work ethic is definitely dying, man. And it's the ability to delay gratification. So like and they did an experiment, and they did it over 30 years. Let's just say I can't remember exactly. So they took these kids under the age of 10, and they set them in a room, and they said they put 3 M&Ms on the table.
Okay.
They said, okay, we're going to leave out of the room for 10 minutes. And if we come back and you didn't eat the M&Ms, we're going to give you 10 M&Ms. And now I might have the numbers and the times off. But you're going to get 10 M&Ms. So they followed these kids for 30 years. The kids who didn't eat the M&Ms and got rewarded later with the 10 M&Ms, when they went 30 years later, the kids that were able to delay gratification were more successful in life. They were further along in life, no matter what it is. Like, society judges things one way, but I judge things different. Like they had their own farms, or they went to college, or whatever degree of success it was.
It was better than the ones that didn't.
And the ones that didn't were in jail and downtrodden and
less fortunate.
Less fortunate. So I feel like it's partly genetic, but obviously it's partly nurture too.
True.
It's nature and nurture. Like whatever that could be said about everything. It's pretty cookie cutter statement. But by the time those kids were, I wish I remembered the age. I didn't double check. I didn't even plan on talking about
35.
That. Yeah. By the time those kids were 35, by the time those kids were whatever age they were, 8 or 9,
right?
They were already the people that they were going to become.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I get that.
With the homeschooling that we talked about earlier, what are we creating? We're creating these kids who have short attention spans, so the younger generation is not creating their own music.
Yeah.
And
I look at it like this. I say, I used to draw a lot, and it's just genetic. So I used to draw a lot. My family draws. They like to create songs. I do the same. My children do the same. They like to draw, create songs, work with their hands. Even though I wasn't in the home, like I wanted to be.
Yeah.
They still took that, and I expressed that to them growing up. Hey, get you a book. Cut that TV off. Even now, get off the phone. Or what you ain't do what? No, and no game. I'm taking that away from you until you can get your act together. So, I tried, and I think we all, at some point, as parents, we know where we come from. We know what we used to. We know how we were molded. Sometimes I got beat half to death, but I said my little curse words under my breath, and then I went to sleep. Next day, I'm not gonna do that no more, cause I left my knees at the house, and my back and my butt is under my pillow. So, I just try and instill that in my children, man. Hey, you ain't too old to get these hands, bruh.
Yeah, man. And that being said, I feel like that's part of the reason. Excuse me. That's part of the reason that our youth is so out of control is because there's no discipline in the home, and I feel like a lot of parents still beat the shit out of their kids, but a lot of them don't. And I feel like that there should be a certain few things that a kid gets an ass whooping for, and every single thing does not warrant you putting your hands on a child.
Right.
You know, like
sometimes it's just you. Sometimes I seen people go overboard, man.
Yeah, and I felt like as a kid, I got a few really good ones, but I feel like my parents knew what I needed my ass whooped for and what I didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like a couple of them
probably unjust.
Yeah, like a couple of them, like, come on, man, I ain't need my ass whooped for that.
You just mad because
I ain't listening or whatever.
It's hot.
Yeah, I'm a little too.
It's hot outside. You mad about that anyway.
Boisterous. Yeah.
Sometimes my mother would come in the room and just slap any one of us.
Whoever's closest.
She think it's all. Usually it would be Terrence. She's like, "Ma, it wasn't me." Well, that's for when you did do something.
Yep.
And I ain't catch you. But then before you know it, he getting slapped for something he really did do. It wasn't like, "Ma, you can't take that back."
Right. You already gave me.
You already gave. I got a credit. I got a slap credit, Mom.
Right. A slap credit.
You remember you slapped me last week for what I didn't do.
Yeah.
Now I just did something. You gotta eat this one.
Yeah. So I feel like there should be that discipline and that guidance. There should be structure in the home.
Yeah.
Children should feel like they're able to talk to their parents.
Yeah. And not fear them, right?
Right. So what kind of ends up happening is once a kid gets caught doing something, instead of being honest the next time, they'll just find a way not to get caught the next time because they know anytime they get caught, they're gonna get their ass whooped.
They finna get that.
So
what?
They start hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit the belts one day.
Wow.
I hit the belts.
You knew you had a whooping coming?
Oh, I knew I was finna get. I think we broke a vase or something. We was fighting. This is before cell phones, so ain't no calling mom to. Mom, they done. Nah, we just we have it out. It was 3 boys in the house. I was the youngest. I was a pistol though. You ain't finna just put your hands on me, boy. I'm finna. We used to fight like cats. We used to fight like grown men. I'm serious, bro. We used to fight like we was grown. I've been slammed at least. That's probably why I got back problems now. My brothers used to slam me, especially Marcus. I remember he couldn't slam me no more. He was like, I think he realized, like, you punched me. That was a hard punch.
Yeah, there comes that day, like, okay,
this nigga just punched me so hard, and I only had the strength to punch him back that hard. Cause if I punch him back that hard, he might just flip out again.
Yeah. So you say you hit the belts?
Yeah, I hit them belts, man. She was looking for them. When she found him, I still got a tremendous one. But it was gratifying because I saved myself about 10 minutes.
Nice, man. I tried one time. I knew I had a whooping coming, so I put on 3 pair of pants.
Oh, that didn't work for me. I had a book in my stuff.
It ain't work, man.
The first hit, she was, my mother used to like try to catch you off guard. As soon as you come in the room, it's action time. Ain't no talk before. It's just action.
You ever got woke up out of bed with a whooping?
Oh, I got woke up out of bed with water and a whooping.
Yeah, I got woke up out of bed with a whooping before. And to be honest with you, I don't remember what it was for, but I don't remember feeling like I didn't deserve it.
Or feeling like you was abused. No. Right. You told me 73 times to get up for school. And this pillow, I shouldn't have stayed up. This pillow made me be disobedient.
So got whooped out of bed.
Now I'm going to school, my uniform shirt. It's cold as hell, and every whip on my body is stinging. I don't want to change for gym.
Man.
Yeah, I remember though.
So, come on a completely different subject, man. Like I was saying earlier with the black businesses and the support, man. it's like a lot of stuff is going on. We got the podcast room. We're building out a studio next door,
Yeah.
right behind us here.
Yeah.
We got plenty of space, plenty of seating.
Yeah.
You see, we got the new chairs in. We got the Game of Thrones chairs up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Made out of the vibranium sleep chairs. We're gonna change the name of the Fully Loaded podcast to the Fully Loaded Sleepcast.
What you say?
Motherfucker gonna be in these chairs, sleep like a motherfucker. So
Got to edit out all the naps. Like 5 naps.
and we're back. We're gonna wake our guests up in just one moment. But first, a word from our sponsors.
And put the camera on them. Man, you ain't edit that.
Yeah. So of course, we got several different studios in the building. Of course, we got my brother 12 Tones in the building.
Yes.
Some have called him the Grandmaster.
Yeah.
He has taken his skill to the next level, and he's the best to do it. You know what I mean? Me and him were just having a conversation. He told me that we need to step up our customer service, and I'm gonna point that back at him. He definitely needs to do that, and I'm not editing that out. And we all need to up our customer service.
Right.
And we got D100 in the building.
D100. Check him out. Instagram.
Indeed. We got Goose Wayne in the building doing his thing. We got my boy Big Frank in the building.
Frank White Auto Sales.
White.
Check him out. Facebook.
Yes.
Nice deals, man. He'll find what you're looking for.
Indeed, he's also a musician as well.
Yes.
He releases his own music. We got JT Bad Habit in the building. Drummer.
What episode was that? 5?
Episode 5. Yeah.
Check him out.
And we got to reshoot that because he wasn't very happy with it.
It's all right. It's all right.
He said he didn't play to his full potential.
We can't.
But we were off mushrooms, man. We were off mushrooms and 2/5 of tequila. But that's another story.
Yeah.
JT Bad Habit. He's a composer. He's doing music lessons right now.
He's the drummer for the Cosmic Rebel Alliance.
Right around the corner at the warehouse, we got Dope City with Bobby Sills. Down there.
Sills.
A humongous green screen wall, multimedia center. For those that know me, it's the same location that we used to have Family Music Night
920 Foundation.
Yeah, the 920 Foundation is Tone's old studio.
Yeah. When
I had stepped away for a while, but now we're all back together.
It's great things, man.
There's great things going on, man. Got also a studio over there, over there at the Dope City, and
Dope
the whole
City
thing,
Studios.
the whole thing is just swimming right now. It feels like the Harlem fucking Renaissance, man.
I need to pick up the trumpets.
Hell yeah, man. What's your trumpet? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you, the viewer. What is your trumpet? What are you building? What are you creating?
What do you like to do? If you're building a podcast, where are you supposed to be at, bro?
You're supposed to be right here, man.
You're supposed to be right here, man.
We are right now. We're building a it's a. I'm not gonna go into it, but we're building a network.
I was about to edit that out.
We're building a network, okay?
Yes.
Of people. So now, if you want to come to the podcast room, pay us some money, that's cool. We can accommodate that.
Yeah.
But we're also looking for collaborations. We're looking to sign a few people for a few shows.
Yes.
And to really just build this renaissance.
Yeah.
It's the 2020 renaissance, man.
Yeah. So if you like sports and all you want to talk about is sports, come on, man. Come do a show. Come test it out. See if you got a feel for it. Hey, if you like to talk about anime, come on through.
Let's collaborate.
Yeah, come on through. I like to hear your view.
Indeed.
I like to watch you. You watching me.
Right.
I like to see your charisma and see and help us build. I'll help you build.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll help you build.
Yeah. So it's like like I'm saying, what is your trumpet? What is your thing? Do you like sewing? You like painting? You like running? You mentioned that earlier. You know, if all you like doing is watching TV, try writing your own show. Let's say that's your favorite thing in the world is watching movies. You could probably write a damn good movie. All the movies you watch,
I'm sure.
So
we write movies all the time.
oh yeah, we got a few hot ones.
Yeah.
We can't even talk about them because we about to make them.
There you go.
You know, God told me today to leave my job. And he said, no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try at my job, no matter how low I hang my head, which I don't, it's not going to work.
You won't be fulfilled, huh?
Yeah. Even though I enjoy the work. So I'm listening to that. Now, I'm trying to finish writing my book. I'm trying to shoot movies and podcast, and I want to draw again. You know,
Yeah.
I've been called a talented manual artist.
See that?
But that was 20 years ago, before I had my kid. You know, when I had my kid, your life changes, right?
True.
And like I know you personally, like you mentioned earlier, you like to draw, right? And you're good at it.
Fairly well.
Yeah, you like to play sports, basketball especially.
Yeah.
But we get away from these things.
Yeah.
Number one, because some of the most fun things don't make money. So we get into this cycle of only doing things that make money. And if it doesn't make money, I don't have time for it. Reading, whatever enjoyable thing it is, if it doesn't make money, you can't make time for it.
It feels to some, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
It's money over everything. Well, no, sometimes you just gotta get your behind away from what you're doing, and then money will just appear. I'm not talking about it's just gonna drop out the sky. I'm saying the networks, being sociable. You may run into somebody who have something that they will need from you, and then you need something from them, and then you guys can collab on a business. And now, two of you've known each other, and you grow, and now you run into two more, and two more, and two more, and so that's kind of what we did over here.
Yeah, and then I'm sure you know the phrase. I'm sure you heard the phrase, "Do what you love, and the money will come."
And the money will come.
So I know people. I've met people, and I've seen YouTube videos, TED Talks, and things like that. One in particular, couldn't tell you exactly the guy's name if it would have saved my life, but he went to medical school.
Okay.
His parents wanted an Indian guy. His parents wanted him to be a doctor, so he didn't want to be a doctor. He wanted to live his life however he wanted to. He wanted to explore. He wanted to climb mountains. He wanted to help people. So they forced him into being a doctor. And after 10 years of school, he finally got his degree, and he hated it.
Right.
He hated his life, and he tried to commit suicide.
But he had money.
Yeah, he had money. He hated
buy
his
his
life.
happiness.
But it couldn't buy happiness.
So
he tried to commit suicide. He had a near-death experience, and it completely changed his life. He had an epiphany. He said he'll never do anything solely for money again. And he's by all accounts, he's living a happy life now.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Well, I look at a lot of people, say for instance, when someone wins the championship.
Yeah.
All right. And the first speech they say is, just follow your dreams, man. Right?
Yeah.
Man, keep doing what you believe in.
Yeah.
Right? If you just follow your dreams, you'll be successful. Now, I've heard that from a lot of people who are rejoicing from an accomplishment.
Right.
And I've heard a lot of people say that rejoicing from their wealth or good health or strong body and mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just follow your dream, right?
Right.
If I'm doing something to just sustain my way of life as far as monetarily, and I'm not following my dream, then I'm always going to be disgruntled.
Yep.
I'm going to grow up upset, probably catch cancer, because I'm I'm stressing, and these different toxins are being released in my body from being stressed all day. It was times I would wake up and I was like, man, I don't want to go to work. Not that I'm lazy,
not that the job wasn't paying good.
Not that it's not paying good. It's just the fact I know I should be doing something else.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, I was at the job. I created a different atmosphere or a different structure or a different system.
Right. You carried a good energy in with you.
Which means I was smarter than a lot of the people that was my managers. Yep. I'm giving them ideas.
Yeah, and that's tough.
So, we just got to keen in on what we like to do. Or I know me, I had to keen in on what I like to do. I like to work with my hands, so I started learning how to fix houses.
Yeah.
My body nowadays don't agree with it all the time, but that skill, I have it. I can teach somebody else that, and they can fish for life, rather than eat the piece of fish I gave them.
Yep, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day.
Yeah. Teach him how to fish, eat for life.
A lifetime.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It looks like we pretty much hit on everything that we planned on hitting on. Come get you some of these marijuana edibles, man. Come on now.
They're good, huh?
Yeah, man. You can't beat the price. I'm not saying no prices. $1 million a tray. How about that? Can you afford that?
You can afford.
If you just want a sample, hit me up, man. If you're a credible customer,
credible.
Yeah, if you're credible,
there you go.
I'll hook you up.
Looks
like the sun's coming
in the right direction.
What, 6 a.m.? What time is it?
That's good energy. 6 o'clock. Some people just got up. Some people
5:11.
Oh, that's good. That's like breakfast time.
Yeah.
But am I hungry? I ain't even hungry.
I'm not hungry either, brother. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Not for money, and not for water. I'm thirsty to live in my purpose
and create.
To create.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're doing this podcast. We wrote down a few subjects and we didn't take any notes. No notes, Los over here.
No notes, Los.
And just kind of going off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just felt inspired to sit in these brand new comfy chairs and do a podcast, man. So comfortable.
Relaxing. We actually just came from shooting a live rehearsal for Dope MC Bobby Sills. So
boom, how about I put a little bit of that in there?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? We'll put that in there in Habito, JT Habito Jones.
Yes, sir.
On the beats.
Yes,
on the
sir.
Drums. We'll cue that up real nice for y'all.
Yeah.
He has a show this weekend in Arkansas. I don't know where. They say Arkansas or Alabama?
Arkansas.
So that's like maybe.
It's kind of tentative right now because with the whole coronavirus.
Yeah.
The coronavirus.
The corona.
The coronavirus. No, it's real. Yeah. I'm just making light of it, but it's real and it's serious.
Get you some bleach and some handy wipes.
Yeah, man. Just take some precautions, man.
Eat well. I ate a pineapple the other day.
Man, we cut a pineapple and sat over a garbage can and ate a pineapple. I said we should have did an ASMR on that bitch.
Yeah, like I was a kid, like we was kids.
Yeah,
that felt good.
We should have did a dog. We're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Who eating fruit? Savagely eating fruit.
That's the next
like
challenge.
that.
I want to see send y'all videos
of ASMR fruit, the fruit challenge.
Yeah, y'all eating fruit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? And let me see how you eat it.
Yeah, let's see you eat some. Let's do the asparagus challenge.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice
You
one.
know what I mean?
How about the kale challenge?
Yeah, how much kale can you eat?
How much kale can you? How do you cook your kale?
Right.
Ooh, if you got a cooking show, we need that. How about that?
Yeah, we
You
need
can't cook
definitely the
nothing
cooking
on
show.
here, but you can talk about all the recipes.
We got the kitchen. We got a full kitchen here.
Yeah, full kitchen.
You know, we could shoot a cooking show. Yes, sir.
Come on with it.
A cooking pod showcast.
A P podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
So yeah, man. Fully loaded podcast. We are in the place. We're simultaneously going live on Facebook. I
Yeah.
see my mom there. She says, I love hearing your voice.
Mhm.
I learn something from you every day. Thanks, Mom. I did the same.
Mhm.
And every time I'm around you, I still do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, only way to eat it. I think she's talking about one of the foods. Nice and savage over the garbage can. The only way to eat it. That's right, Mom.
I think we ate what you call the thing. What's in the middle of
The
it?
core. We ate the
ate
core too.
That was so good.
Destroyed it.
They don't know what they was
Destroyed.
missing.
I asked my daughter the other day. I said, have you ever eaten a watermelon? Just a half a watermelon with a spoon? She said no. I said that is absurd.
You finna sit back and eat a watermelon.
Yeah. You know, and I
Next
haven't.
time I'm around you,
My
baby
daughter
girl.
Alana, I haven't spent as much time as I would have liked to. Mostly my fault. I feel like I cheated her out of that.
That watermelon.
Here's a half a watermelon.
Get you a spoon.
Get a spoon, sit
sit
that
on the
bad
porch.
boy on your lap.
You gonna sit on the porch.
No paper towel.
No, and let the flies bother us a little bit too.
Yep, go for
And
it.
spit them seeds. You want to swallow a couple?
You
Go
can
ahead.
swallow them, chew them
Yeah.
up. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man.
That's the good stuff about
If
life, man.
it's nice and cold, even better.
Yeah. You
Nice ice cold
you getting
water.
some join us, man. You getting some viewers, bro. Mine been dead. I think everybody tired of hearing my voice. But guess what?
Everybody waking up. Good morning. Good
Right.
morning. Good morning. We on live. We also recording in 4K.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of edit this thing down and post it up.
Yeah.
And,
Talked about a lot, man.
Yeah, we did. We talked about grief and love. We talked about relationships,
Talked about black businesses,
UFOs. We talked about homeschooling.
Cartoons,
Yeah,
video gaming. How about that?
yeah.
Work ethic. We talked about
coronavirus.
Niggas with attitudes.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, not necessarily, but
Not the
but-
people who
but
are
why-
police, but the system as a whole.
and why they're saying it at the
Yeah.
same time. Why
Yeah, we
people are
talked
yelling
about
at.
defund the police.
defunding them. Yep. We talked about good food.
Yep.
We covered that.
Yeah.
Good music.
Yeah,
We talked about these edibles here.
yeah. We
You
talked.
know.
We talked about make sure you get enough sleep.
Sleep. Relationships.
Oh yeah. I
Spoke
said
on
that. Yep,
relationships.
yep. Firearm awareness.
Firearm. Fab.
Be aware of firearms.
Yeah. They real.
Look, man. Somebody might say, "Why are you doing that?" Because
You
we
safe.
need them. We gotta protect ourselves
Yeah.
from our oppressors. And,
Mine is a pellet gun.
Oh, okay.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
I'm only shooting like.
Legal firearms.
Yeah, I'm only shooting like
100% legal. How about that?
what you call it? Pellets.
So yeah, we fully loaded. You know what I mean?
Fully loaded.
We
Bases loaded.
We talked about the fact that R&B groups today are extinct.
Are extinct. You know any R&B groups? We need them on the show.
Yeah,
Local.
run it. Do it.
If they got
Let's
a
go.
Grammy, if they got an Emmy, I don't know.
If they got a wood, what's it called? A wood record. I don't care if they got a wood record. Come through.
Hey,
You know.
so
Yeah.
that's nice, man.
Yeah, man. Fully loaded podcast.
Y'all waking up. You
Indeed.
check it out.
Thanks for hopping on the live. We're gonna have this thing edited down and posted by today. I might even call off work. How about that?
Well, we at work at the same time.
Yeah. Fuck a job.
I've worked all day. I've worked realistically about 18 hours a day.
Yeah. For real.
I've been working.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's work ethic.
Yeah, we
touched on
got
that.
up early, went and picked up these chairs.
Yeah.
You know, we've been making phone calls. Everything's coming together. We got the gigantic green screen. We got the we got the rehearsal room, podcast room, editing room, multiple studios in the same location.
It's ridiculous.
Graphic designers, IT people. You know, this is the Black Renaissance, man. We should motherfucking hang a sign outside that says the Black Renaissance.
Why
you know
not?
what I mean? Why not? So that should be the slogan, man. And we know so many talented people, whether you're a salesman, whether you're a painter, whether you're a driver, singer.
Whatever you do.
A seamstress, a furniture maker, whatever you do, man, do it. Do it.
Grind pipe. Look for the clothing.
We got the Grind Pipe clothing line coming out. And what is Grind Pipe? It just means whatever you doing, do it to its fullest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is whatever you make it. You know what I mean?
It is whatever you make. It come from the slogan. Look at the first podcast show. He say, one of my lyrics would say, skaters like the grind pipe, and bro said, nah, bro.
You know, I don't even think I posted all of that.
You can't use that.
Did I post that?
I think so.
I think I posted on my personal channel.
Probably.
I think I did.
But yeah, that's what it is.
I don't think I posted that
At all, huh?
No.
Good. Episode 7.
Episode X. Grind Pipe. This is the Grind Pipe episode.
Yeah, grind pipe episode.
But yeah, man, we got a lot to do, a lot of editing to do. We're gonna get on up out of here.
Yeah.
We're gonna let some music take us out and enjoy the music. Enjoy your day.
Let me know what y'all think on that. Again, man, we just building.
Love,
y'all be
man.
healthy, man.
Y'all, you want to do a podcast? You got an idea, whether you have a budget or not. We like budgets, but it's not absolutely necessary. We're not judging people based on how much money they have in their pockets.
We want to fill some slots for us, man.
Yeah, we're
we
ready.
Want viewers to come, man.
Yeah, we're ready to fill some.
I want
slots,
to hear your
man.
voice, man.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Grind
man.
pipe, y'all.
Grind pipe, and we out, man.
Bases loaded, fully loaded podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for looking, watching. Everybody be well.
Let's go.
Yes, sir, bro. Nice show, man.
Yeah.
I am not your boy. I am not your toy. I am not your prey. I am not for play. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I am not your prisoner. I am not your slave. I am not your typical. I am not your wave. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. Ooh-rah, ooh-rah. Don't waste your time. I'm so undefined. You're so fucking blind to my undefined. Read between the lines. I'm so undefined. You can't undefine my undefined. Woo! Make some noise out there. If you undefined. I am not your tool. I am not your fool. I am not your dog. I am not your crumb. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I am not your quiet. I am not your bias. I am not your job. I am not to provoke. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. I'm a motherfucking. stage, y'all. One time, I want to hear you do it with me. Get that aggression out. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.